Your name?
Diana Allen.
And you?
This is Zayden.
You said, I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
Know who that man? All right. Where are we on this case?
Balance of $3,950.
All right. So from last week, I had that you were going to,
Sorry.
sorry, that you were going to pay $1,000 that day. Did you pay that?
Yeah, I paid $1,400 all together today at 9 o'clock.
So you paid the 14,000.
No, I didn't have the 4,000 on the last Friday.
So you paid how much you say today?
1,400.
Don't have any indication of that.
No, we got ledgers yesterday, Your Honor. That was fun.
All right. So if you did that, which you got about 2,500, it's still, how are you planning on paying all of that?
Well, I was going to ask for a payment plan, if so.
Are the clients working out payment plans, or how do you want me to do?
Your Honor, I'll reach out to my client and ask if they're willing to do a payment plan with Ms. Allen. Ms. Allen, do you want to give me an email address or a phone number and reach out?
Okay.
You want me to adjourn it out 1 week?
Yes.
All right. Ma'am, I'm going to adjourn your case to May 22nd, 2026 at 1 p.m. Again, another in-person appearance.
Okay.
And let's see, they'll reach out to you and see if we can get something worked out.
All right.
All right. Take care. Take care, little man. Said, I am not talking to you. Harbor Manor versus Salim. Said Al-Araja. Say it again.
Al-Araj.
Al-Araj. Okay. All right. How are you today?
I'm good, sir.
Still needing in for plaintiff?
All right. Where are we on this case?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $2,023.
All right. All right. How are we going to get this taken care of, sir?
So, if I have a time to talk a little bit.
Okay.
Salim Al-Araj is deceased on November 29.
Okay.
And this is his death certificate.
Okay. I believe you, sir.
And Hala Arosasi, I am the legal guardian for her. And this is the paperwork from the court.
From the probate court, the legal guardian for Nala.
Hala Arosasi.
Hala. Okay. All right.
So as soon as Salim deceased, we move Hala to her son home, and he was taking care of her because she has dementia.
Got it.
And she has SSI $994 monthly payment. We paid to Arbor Manor December and January. And we was in the middle of funeral and all that things for Salim Al-Araj and empty the apartment and clean it up. And we gave the apartment at the end of March to Arbor Manor.
Okay. So the apartment's cleaned out. You turned in the keys and everything to Arbor Manor. You have no knowledge of that.
I have no knowledge, but if I can see the guardian, do you mind? May I see the copy of the guardianship papers? We might be able to just put proofs on the record.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay.
So to your knowledge, there's nobody in the unit, correct?
No one in the unit.
And then I'm sorry, just to be sure, do you have like an ID or something?
It's in my car.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Well, if you're,
there's full guardianship,
right,
and so I think we can put proofs on the record. I
well, it seems to me you turned in the keys.
Yes, Your Honor.
So this is a possession only. So maybe
Right.
what I'll do is I'll just adjourn it out a week.
okay.
You don't have to come back. Let them check into everything that you're saying. And if that's the case, they're going to dismiss because they have the unit. Fair enough?
Fair enough. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. So I'll adjourn this to May 22nd, 2026 at 1 p.m.
May 22nd.
Yes.
Okay.
And you, if everything checks out, you don't need to appear because they'll just dismiss the case. So what you may want to do is just call their office
Okay.
and then you'll be all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir. You have a great weekend.
was just gonna look at it if you were gonna put. Yeah.
Forrest Knoll versus Ahmed Ajin.
Hi,
Hello. Your name?
I'm Energy.
Julian Ian for plaintiff.
All right. And how much is owing on this?
You pull up the folder. I got them all out of order.
No, it's okay.
It was all in order, I promise, by my first step. Okay, I have a balance including court costs of $3,852. Mr. Ajin and I spoke earlier this week. He's planning to move out by the end of the month and is looking to resolve the balance with a payment plan. I reached out to my client and I just need to hear back from them as to whether they're going to be they're going to accept that payment plan.
So since this isn't for that, I just find you're moving out at the end of the month. Is that it? So what I'll do is I'll find no tribal issue. I'll issue a judgment for possession. For that total amount of 3,852. But the writ will be extended to, this way you don't have to come back to May 30th. I'll just do it. It's a Saturday, but I'll just do May 30th. 2026. All right, sir. You understand that? So what I'm doing is I'm issuing a judgment. You'll have to the end of the month.
Okay.
If you don't pay the money, they'd get to remove you anyway from the premises, but you're going to leave.
Yeah.
And then you can work out a payment plan with them for the back balance.
Okay.
Fair enough. That way, unless you want to come back down here and see me. Well, don't be so fast to say no. I mean, but all right, fine. All right. All right. So that ought to work it out for you.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Forrest Knoll versus Arlene Bonner. Your name?
Arlene Bonner.
That's which one?
Yeah, I was late. I was late writing that judgment is for the previous.
Oh. I was wondering. I got it. What? No, I had everything organized. Bonner, they're just messing me up. All right. Where are we on this?
I have a balance including court costs of $1,630.
Okay, she did an intake on 5/12. Go ahead.
1422 now, 1422 now.
You made a payment.
I made a payment, last week and I'm gonna make a payment Monday because when I get off of work, they'll be closed today.
All right, so did you apply to SOS or Hawk, right?
Hawk and, DHS.
Okay, so Hawk is reporting that your intake was on May 12th, right?
Yes, at 10 o'clock.
Received documents from you and are awaiting documents from the landlord for review. So I don't,
They sent the paper, the office sent the paper, 2 days ago in my mailbox and said I owe 1422 now.
okay, gotcha.
I don't know I honestly, I don't know your,
Cause I gave them 1,400.
Hold on.
Okay,
the last payment that I have, just to make sure we're clear on the payments, was May 5th, $500.
no, I gave them a $1,400 check.
Okay, I see, $1,400.
That was the last one. Yeah,
Okay, it was broken out into 5522 on the ledger for some reason. Since then, so after that point, there are late charges for May. And then the court costs are added onto that for a total of the 1630.
Okay,
But we can.
but did they give any indication? They were waiting on landlord documents at Hawk to determine what they can help you with. Is that your understanding?
yes.
Okay.
The caseworker, what's the case?
They. No, they don't list who the caseworker. Do you remember your caseworker?
I think her name was Alicia, but I can't remember her last name.
That makes sense. Okay. So let me do this then, ma'am. I'm going to adjourn you out a week. Okay. To the 22nd, 2026 at 1 p.m. and an in-person hearing. Let them get the documents over there, figure out if they're going to help you with anything. And if not, then we'll figure out where we go.
Can I still pay? Cause I do have 900 today, like I said, to give to them on Monday, a money order.
Okay, you can.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you can do that. Why don't you do this for me?
Okay,
This balance isn't going to go up anymore.
okay.
Why don't you? Can I trust you to hold that, or you
Yeah.
take it out and spend it?
Oh, no, I'm not like,
Sure,
I'm positive,
sure.
positive.
Okay. Don't come back here talking about, well, I saw this purse or something I want.
Oh, no,
I'm just kidding.
I'd rather have a roof over my head.
Yeah, I got you. I understand. So, and the reason I'm just hold on to the 900.
Okay,
Let them get the documents and let's see what they'll pay.
okay,
Because if they won't pay the whole balance, but they'll pay part of it, we may be able to, or if they're going to pay the whole balance, we can get yourself ahead for June.
okay,
How about that?
perfect.
Okay. I
Okay.
think that'll work. And then that way things get less stressful.
Okay, right.
Okay. We'll see you next week at 1.
Thank you.
You have a great weekend. Joseph, hello, your name?
Alyssa Worley.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Judge, there is rent due and owing of $3,796. Court cost of $179.50 for a total of $3,975.50.
We'll do last time.
Yeah.
I do have 2950. The cashier's check at Chase wasn't working, and I only can turn them in cashier's check, but I did bring the cash to show you that I do have it. They couldn't make me a cashier's check, and they won't accept cash. They won't accept a personal check or anything. And I just got back from 5th grade camp with my son.
Just get back from where?
To his 5th grade camp.
Oh. Hi. So you have 2950,
And I
which is close enough. You said you were going to pay 3,000. Got it.
gotta save 50 to feed him.
Pardon?
I gotta save 50 to feed him.
To feed him? How old is he?
10.
10? Yeah, it's probably going to take more than 50. Anyway. Boys eat a lot.
I have a 5-year-old too.
Wow. Okay. So that would leave you, well, 2950, baby, got about 1,000. When can you come up with the 1,000?
Next time I get paid in 2 weeks.
All right. What's wrong?
Oh, then I'm just going through it.
Okay. All right. You're worried about a lot of things, right? You got kids. You got to try to figure out how to keep your house, all of those things, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's take one thing at a time. You got your kid, this one, right? And
Yeah.
the other one. They're good. They're healthy, right?
Yes, very
All right.
healthy.
That's a great blessing, right?
Yes.
All right. And so you have this, and you're, as I recall from the last time, you've never been in a circumstance like this before.
No.
Because I could remember when you were on Zoom, you were talking so fast, I couldn't keep up with you. I remember.
I'm trying to stay more slow, right?
What?
I'm trying to talk a little bit.
Little-
Slow.
All right. So they will, does your client, Mr. Wasbury, take cash or?
I think they do not because we want a record of it. And I
Right.
think once they're in court, they want the cashier's check as opposed to a personal check.
Okay. So,
Our system was
no,
messed up.
come on. All right. Take a deep breath. You're okay. None of that's your fault. All right. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. So here's what I'm going to do. You have 2950, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you are going to have
Rest.
on what day you think?
What is 2 weeks from now?
The 29th.
The 29th, then?
Okay. So you'll have it that day,
Yes.
think? We're going to run into that same problem though, aren't we? Because the machine's probably going to be broken.
What did you say, Your Honor?
We're going to run into the same problem
What problem?
of the check. It's not your, no, don't. You need to relax. You're stressing me out.
Sorry.
All right. You're all right. Here's what we're going to do so that you don't have to worry about it and don't have to travel around trying to find a cashier's check. Okay. You got 2950. I want you to take that out there. I'm going to order that you deposit it in the court escrow so that you have the cash.
Okay.
We will then immediately write a check from the court to the plaintiff
Thank you so much.
to apply to your account. That way you don't have to worry about that piece.
Thank you.
Okay. Because you came up with what you told me you'd come up with. You'll have the additional amount next or 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn your case out for the plaintiff, but hope 29th, 2026 at 12 noon. You'll have it by then?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you do that if you have it the day before or anything like that. So then hopefully what will happen on that date, it'll be paid. The full amount will be paid and the case will get dismissed. And
Okay.
this part of whatever you're going through will be behind you. How's that sound?
That sounds really good. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. All right. You take care.
Thank you.
All right. You have a great weekend.
Thanks.
And sometimes you just have to look at the blessings in life and just count those and don't worry about the bad things happening, right? All right. Then get those little babies, give them a.
This is another Deborah Bart. Sides. Step on this side.
All right. Your name, you're Scott Gordon.
Yes, this is my significant other, Deborah Bart, Michelle's mother.
All right. Your name?
Michelle Mathis.
All right. And this is a termination case. Where are we on this, folks?
I have prepared something if you'd like to read it.
What is it?
It's just what I'm going to say here. In 2020, Michelle had to move out of her boyfriend's house and she was welcome in our home. Excuse me? Oh, thank you. And enrolled her daughter.
Okay. let me,
Okay,
is there a lease?
no,
All right. And how long have you been residing in the premises?
2.5. And all I'm
Half.
asking, 2.5 years,
Okay,
30 more days until my daughter's out of high school for the year. I didn't want to move her out of swing, and she's in track and school. I spoke with this to
And-
Deborah,
Hmm.
track, and she was in cheerleading. So I didn't want to take her out. So she's
What
out June
year,
4th.
what year, you need to take your hands out of your,
Oh, I'm sorry.
is she?
15.
Hold on,
Ninth grade.
she's in ninth grade.
Yes.
Okay, and so. And you're looking for just to be able to finish the year before moving. Is that,
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Your Honor, when she moved in 2.5 years ago, free room and board, we just asked that she give us some help and help do the some chores around the house. That never happened. And we had many discussions about it.
okay, so all of that seems to me to be water under the bridge. I've got a 15-year-old that's trying to make it through the rest of the school year. So she's just asking, she says she'll move, right?
Yes.
She's just trying to get her daughter, was it?
Yes.
Trying to get her daughter through the school year.
I understand that's why we waited till May of last year to ask her to move. And that didn't happen.
So you want me, when is her last day?
June 4th, which is 3 weeks.
No, I know when,
Okay. I'm sorry.
calendar myself here. So you want me to kick her out before June 4th?
Actually, we tried to get her removed last year.
I'm not asking what you tried to do. What you're asking me to do right now is to kick her and her daughter out while her daughter's trying to finish up ninth grade.
Her daughter's welcome to stay.
How am I going to have a 15-year-old stay and what the heck? I don't, well, in what world do you think that's right?
She stayed with us for many times.
So daughter's welcome to stay, but mom's not.
Mhm.
Why?
All we asked her mom was to help chores around the house, and she flat out refused for 2.5.
Okay. I hear you. So what you want to do is you want to punish mom, ultimately punish daughter because she won't have her mom there. Right? And that's the right thing to do?
At this point,
Okay, look, here's what we're going to do. You may be entitled to a judgment at some point, but not today. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to adjourn this matter out. June 5th, 2026. What time?
We don't have anything. I'm so
We
sorry.
don't have the 5th?
No.
So I'd have to go another week out?
Yes.
Gosh, she'll be a week out of high school. Horrible things will happen apparently. I'll set it for June 5th, special time. What time?
1.
1 o'clock. So I'll set this one special time, June 5th, 2026, 1 p.m. I'll deal with it then. Thank you.
Runner.
Sorry. 12.
No, June 5th, 1 o'clock. We'll just have a special time.
Got Ms. Vaughn, Your Honor, at 4,175.44.
Okay. All right. And you were waiting on the Housing Bureau for seniors, right?
Yes, and I do have a proof of assistance. She was supposed to send it in, but I have it with me.
She
My social worker.
they approved your assistance?
She sent a proof of assistance to the court. And I have it. I also have it on me
Proof of assistance.
from
I,
Matt and Linden.
yeah, I was currently working with Maddie, right? Okay. So this is through University of Michigan, Michigan.
Girl for seniors. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then, so I don't know that you have a copy of this. I'll have my staff send a copy to you, Ms. Dornbush. They sent a copy to us indicating that she's working with their eviction prevention coordinator, trying to bring together assets to try to see what can be paid.
Yes, sir.
I
think I have that letter.
Yeah, is this the one here? Was it? I'm sorry, I probably held it up. You can't.
Yes, sir.
It was from the 12th of this month.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. And so did they tell you or give you any time frame, like when they're gonna know something about what assistance will come through?
No, sir. She said that, that when I come to court, that I would have at least 10 days, something like that.
That would be off of a judgment, but they don't need a judgment, do they? Or you don't know, but
I don't.
it's okay. It's all right. So
I would say I would doubt that, Your Honor, because given
Yeah,
that Housing Bureau has assisted with other residents before entry of a judgment, so
for judgment.
I
I'll
would
adjourn.
say probably not, but
Yeah, let me adjourn it out a week.
Probably not what?
Well, probably that you don't need a judgment to get assistance. I was just trying to make sure they weren't trying to tell you that.
I don't know.
Okay, you're okay. Don't worry about it. Here's what I'm gonna do. All right. I'm gonna adjourn this out to the 22nd. I'm gonna adjourn you out 1 week. And you'll be talking with Miss Linton.
Yes, we are in close contact.
All right. So I just need more clarification as to where they are in terms of getting assistance for you.
Okay, will I have to come in to court?
Yes, on the 22nd at what time?
What time, what day is that?
That's Friday.
Can I get it a little later, like 3 o'clock?
I can't do that because I have to put their cases together, but would it be easier for you to appear via Zoom? Or no?
Not at 12.
Got it.
I work part-time
Gotcha.
at a substance abuse center, and they're not gonna let me off.
Okay, all right. Let's do it this way.
I mean, I could take the day off, but it's gonna put a dent in my pocket.
No, I don't want you doing that because we're trying to get you caught up here. So I'll indicate that you have to work and just ask Ms. Linton to send us some communication as to where they are. Because a lot of times this assistance can come through and everything. All right?
So am I coming to court on the,
Just
tell her,
go to work.
what is it that you want me to?
All right, Ms. Linton, just tell her to send us some communication as to where they are in terms of piecing this funding together for you.
Okay,
Okay, that we need to be updated and to send. Well, if she sends us a letter, we'll make sure it gets over to Ms. Dornbush. Okay?
mhm.
All right. You have a great weekend.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This whole video is basically a set of real court hearings in simple terms, where judges are handling different people with rent problems, probation issues, and criminal cases. Across all the scenes, the main idea is judges are checking whether people are paying what they owe, following rules, or breaking the law. If someone is behind on rent or payments, the court often gives them more time, sets payment plans, or checks if assistance programs can help. But if someone keeps breaking rules, especially in criminal probation cases, the judge can make things much stricter, like sending them to prison or raising bond amounts. In criminal cases, some defendants admit guilt, like robbery or assault, and the judge gives long prison sentences, often 10 to 20 years, but sometimes suspends them and gives probation instead, meaning they stay free only if they follow strict rules. If they fail, they go to prison. In eviction and housing cases, it's more about money and property. Tenants often owe rent, and judges try to balance fairness by allowing payment plans or waiting for housing assistance programs to respond before issuing eviction orders. Sometimes people explain difficult life situations, like illness, school, or death in the family, and judges may give them extra time. There are also cases where judges see people violating probation with drugs or new crimes, and they send them to treatment programs or prison depending on how serious it is. Finally, some defendants are found not competent to stand trial, meaning they are sent to a hospital for mental health treatment before their case continues. Overall, it shows how court is a mix of punishment, supervision, and sometimes help, depending on the situation and the person's behavior.